Hi friend, I'm Sarah, and today I'm going to share with you my secret to stress-free decision making. One of the issues that people have when making decisions is that their very valuable skill set of intelligently analyzing a situation can turn into an obstacle when we get stuck in overthinking. The truth is, we're never going to be able to know the future with 100% certainty. When we're in the process of making a decision, there's going to be a point in which we can't gather any more information. We know what we know, and we're going to need to make a leap. But you don't need to just get stuck in the thinking and then make the leap. There's another thing that you can enlist in this process, another tool. The key to getting out of that pros and cons, purely thinking, analytical mindset when it comes to making decisions is by tuning into your body. Getting in touch with your intuition, some might call it your inner knowing or your gut feeling. It all means tuning into the wisdom of your subconscious. Now that might sound a little bit out there or woo-woo, but there are ways that you can access and strengthen this muscle through simple, practical exercises. So I'd like to invite you right now to join me in doing one of these exercises together. Think of a decision that you would like to make, maybe what inspired you to click on this video in the first place, and I'd like to invite you to close your eyes with me if you feel comfortable. And with our eyes closed, first we're going to take a couple of deep breaths into our belly. By breathing into our belly, we're calming and settling into this moment. Now that we're settled here, call to mind that decision that you'd like to make. And think of one of the options. I want you to picture either yourself in that situation, if it's a role that you want to take on, or a life change, or if it's a product or an item, just picture the item and you interacting with it. Really place yourself into that moment in your mind and feel what it feels like. And while you're doing that, notice what's happening here and now in your body. Are you open and reaching toward it? Or are you feeling maybe a little bit more closed off to it? Maybe a little stiff or tense, maybe even recoiling from it. What sort of sensations do you feel in your body? Now you can release that first option, and we're going to do it again with the second option. Picture it, feel it, interact with this thing or be in this role. See what it feels like. And what's happening in your body now? Are we opening? Are we closing? Are we expanding? Are we contracting? No judgment. There's nothing to do here right now. You don't need to make the decision right now. Just feeling what's happening. You can go ahead and release. Open your eyes. Let's join each other again here. Now, you might have noticed some physical sensations internally as you were doing that. You might have noticed some different kind of changes taking place inside or even physically outside. Or you might have heard me say expanding, contracting, recoiling, opening. What is she talking about? That's okay too. In general, when we do an exercise like this, we're looking for some sort of sense of opening or closing. If that still sounds a little bit abstract, that's okay. Another way that you might be able to access this is by just focusing on any differences in posture as you do it. Sometimes we'll notice that maybe we're sitting up a little bit straighter when you think of one of the options. Or you might notice that Your shoulders hunch down a little bit. Your arms, maybe they come in or you cross them without really thinking about it. Especially these motions and these changes in posture where we are protecting our core and we're making ourselves smaller, those are usually giving us a sense that there's something uncomfortable about what we're thinking about. There's something that we're not quite comfortable with, and our subconscious is letting us know that by protecting ourselves physically. Now, this is an exercise that you can do for big life decisions, but it's also something that I like to do sometimes when I don't know what I want to have for lunch. By doing this exercise, the small day-to-day activities and decisions that we have to make, it is a way for us to strengthen that muscle. And if you are feeling like all of this is a little bit of a stretch, but you're interested and you want to strengthen that mind-body connection, I have an exercise for you. For the next couple of days, a couple of times per day, take a second to just check in with your body. Now, you can do it when you think of this and it just pops into your mind, you remember the video, or you can set an alarm on your phone 2 to 3 times a day at random times when you're going to be awake, and when it goes off, you might be in the middle of a conversation, you might be waiting in line, you might be on hold, you might be watching TV, whatever you're doing, just for a second, notice what's happening inside. Pause and see how your body is feeling. This doesn't have to be like a big activity or a big thing. You don't need to stop the conversation. You can just notice what's happening, as simple as, are my shoulders tensing up? Or am I feeling relaxed? Am I breathing? A lot of times I'll hold my breath when maybe I'm feeling a little bit tense or anxious. Again, there's really nothing you need to do or any action to take beyond that. It's really about strengthening that muscle and noticing, kind of reconnecting your body and mind. Our bodies are sending us signals constantly, but we're not always getting the message because as a society, we've kind of trained ourselves out of it, and there's a lot of different distractions throughout the day, and we might numb ourselves to the different feelings in our bodies in different ways. And by doing these simple exercises, you're able to reestablish that connection and strengthen that relationship. And that's going to help you a lot in making decisions, not just from your thinking mind, but from your full body and your full self. And it's also going to help you in other ways in your life that you'll see. Now, if you tried this, let me know how it went in the comments below. And I hope that you have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day.